Lords and ladies, welcome to the DragonPit. Episode 2. Here we go. On video. Loving it.
Yeah.
We have tens of followers.
Tens
Thanks.
of followers.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Going
Really
pop.
hitting it.
YouTube sensations.
Yeah.
We should introduce ourselves. I am Rachel. I'm our little book nerd, Hermione.
I'm Rollins.
You already know us. They all know us.
Well,
we're
we're
famous.
viral.
That's Peter.
We're famous.
The redhead is Peter.
I'm not like...
Speaking of Peters, why don't you start us off with this episode, Peter?
Oh yeah, this was the best opening scene we've had in a long time. Everyone loved it.
All I could think about was like, God, Peter is going to be so annoying.
No, it's amazing.
Tell us.
The first half of this podcast is just going to be about this.
I just skipped because I used to do was like the cock count or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd, count how many times you got to see like a wiener. And now I don't. I'm not going to say that anymore. But there is going to be a dunk dong lookout now.
A dunk dong.
A dunk dong lookout. I thought I'd get one of the first episodes. See a lot of his butt. But then we got the penny tree penis. And holy smokes, is that a tree? Goodness gracious. I paused it. I paused it. I was like, that's got to be a prosthetic. There's no way.
I heard somebody make the joke that they think it was like Hodor's prosthetic. We all need one prosthetic.
Well, yeah, they opened the scene with the largest wiener. I mean, it was hilarious. I just watched it with my wife too. I paused it and made her look at it for a while.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun. We had a great bonding.
This is okay for kids.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
But anyway. So that's how it started. It really I was hooked immediately. I was like, this is gonna be a great episode.
Mm-hmm,
And it was good. And it was like a nice little heartfelt thing.
Yeah.
About, penny tree. I like
yeah. It. Okay. Actually, sort of along those lines. So I think what we get from those first moments is that he probably dies of infection, right?
Right.
Like he's just got a little cut.
Yeah.
And you know who that reminds me of? Another famously hung man.
Famously hung man that gets killed by a cut?
By an infection.
Yeah.
By an infection.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like the Viserys. Viserys got killed by the
No.
throne.
No, but you're close. Oh, no, there was in House of the Dragon, there was.
Yeah.
Because he got cut.
Because he was always getting cut.
Yeah, he was getting cut. I don't know.
No, it's in.
Sneaking
I'm
closer.
ask you, who is it? I don't know.
Same thing, Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
The
Original series.
Podrick? No.
No, Podrick was
He was-
alive.
Yeah, but he was well hung. That's his whole thing. Is he was well hung.
Oh my goodness.
No, Pete.
Just,
He
okay.
speaks-
Just tell them.
He speaks Dothraki.
Well hung, and he got cut and died. Khal Drogo?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if he was well
Like Khal
hung.
Drogo gets a little cut, and then he lets that witch fix it. But
Yeah.
But we
like-
never saw his wiener. To be clear, we don't know.
there are a lot of
He
assumptions.
was a big
there.
guy. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
So anyway, he just got on with it. That's what Dunk says.
Yeah, he just got on.
He just got on with it.
That's what Penny Tree.
Even if he was injured, we have the scene with the prostitute. I'm assuming it's a prostitute.
Yeah, because
And-
he later says he whored. And all
Yeah.
that stuff, so.
And so you look at him, it's like, well, he just got on with it. Like no matter what he was doing. It's kind of heartbreaking though. Like this whole setup is Dunk is going to all these great lords, the Florents, the Hayfords, the Tyrells, all going to each one of these knights, telling this tale over and over again about how valiant this person was and how he served in 100 different wars, but was an enemy to no one at the end of the day.
And
Like,
he's
I think,
giving out charity and stuff.
right? He took care of people, but like he was forgettable.
Yeah, he was.
And I think that was one of the things that Dunk was really grappling with after his knight that he had been in service to was so forgettable. And he
to the lords. Maybe the common people remember it.
yeah, but I think that he makes that point.
Sure. Johnny would remember something. I get your point.
Well,
he
yeah,
was a
he makes the
forgettable.
point.
Like I get it. I get what you're saying.
Are you going to say what he says to Tyrell? He says, you were the one who told Sir Arlen that a hedge knight was the bridge between the small folk and the lords.
Mhm.
And I think that's a nice.
And Lord Tyrell's like, I don't know this guy.
Lord
I
Tyrell.
don't.
His mouth was all red. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
it was
He
weird.
was chewing a little tobacco.
Yeah, what was that?
We also in that little scene, I guess we'll talk about it in a little bit, but we find out that Arlen fought at the Red Grass, which is a very famous battle that we're going to talk about when we talk about the Targaryens in a bit. But before we move on to them, I also liked all of his singing.
Heigh-Ho, Heigh-Ho.
It just is like such a fun, lighthearted, and he's singing, and then he's training him, and that reminded me of the descendant of Dunk, which is Brienne, and Brienne and Pod, you know, they're going around the countryside, and Brienne is teaching Pod. I know that, I mean, you already thought about Pod.
Yeah, I know. He always comes back. But I kind of liked it too when they were training. And he's talking about how, like, he's not that good of a trainer, and then you can see, like, not that good of a fighter, and then Dunk's, like, beating him in the training. So
he
like,
gets up, gives him a little love tap, and then
he's like, still have Granite. Should have Granite kept on coming back. So you end up liking Penetry.
Oh, yeah. Penetry is a very likable dude.
Yeah, he's like,
But the biggest thing is he's a very forgettable dude as well.
Forgettable.
I mean, maybe not the women. I bet the women remember.
How could you forget that? Are you kidding me? That would terrify me.
Maybe that's why the Lords chose to forget him.
So jealous.
Yeah.
I better hope that was a percentage. That was a real thing on that actor. Holy shit.
No.
That would be amazing.
Anyway, moving on.
So Egg goes, is like, why doesn't everyone remember you? And then Dunk's like, oh no. And he goes, Egg, I thought this was a great line. He says, why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they are your betters? And Dunk says, because they are.
Right.
But like Egg is just like, these are.
It really like highlights the mindset of where you come from. Like Egg is like, these guys aren't better than you. You're pretty awesome. He looks up to this guy and goes, you're pretty awesome. You're like, you give this kid out of nowhere the time of day. Even though I've been kind of a pain in your ass, you keep bringing me along and you're teaching me things and you're going through like I'm guessing none of his brothers or his family members ever did that in his life, ever did that. And so he's like, why do you believe you're below these men? You're not. Like I've seen but he can't tell him. I was like, I've seen these men in action and you're better than that. But he's not telling Dunk that. And Dunk's like, they are. Because his whole life, he's probably been told, these are your betters. Don't be seen.
Yeah.
Don't be heard. Stay out of the preview of others. So
so then the Targaryens roll up. Rollins and I were talking about, I mean, Peter might just check out and drink a beer. But I think it's helpful for everybody who's watching to give you like a little bit of context, because there are so many Targaryens in this show, and we've got a lot of intermixing family trees, and so I think it's helpful to just kind of talk about who shows up. So we see Baelor. Actually, so let's talk about, I mean, how do we want to set this up, Rollins?
Well, right before we do the setup, we have Aegon talking about like sticking by Dunk because he keeps going to these lords and he encourages them, like, you just need to go in and call somebody out. You are a knight, you need to do it. And he goes, go back to the camp. He's like, no, I'm going to stick by you. You keep reliving the death of your master. Every single time you go and tell the story again, it has to be weighing on you. And I think Dunk realizes the emotional tax is taking on Dunk. And then in the same breath, the trumpets, the trumpets blare. You have that little midget dude that's like delivered the worst line. He's like, who do you think it is? Yeah, Compton is like, first of all, you rush the line, dude. You have one line in this world and you rush it. Second, it does set the stage for Aegon to go, yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah, he's like, get out of there.
Because these guys are going to know me, and I've been missing.
Yeah.
And they're going to be pissed when they find out that I've been hanging out outside of the castle, period. But with this guy, they're going to be pissed. So,
So we see Baelor first. So Baelor right now is the hand of the king. He's also heir to the throne. So Daeron II is king. His second oldest son, but currently living oldest son, is Baelor. Baelor has brown hair, which is kind of different for the Targaryens, but that's because his mother is from Dorne.
I told Maggie he was Baratheon.
No.
This is why we don't let Peter talk about. This is why I told you
the history. So
I was like, he's Baratheon. He's got to be Baratheon.
Yeah. Maggie, he's not Baratheon. He's half Martell.
He's from Dorne.
Targaryen.
And actually, the fun part about this is Darian the Second, Darian the Good, is the one that actually brings Dorne into the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah. He's the one that makes the exceptions that they get to state princes and princesses, and basically they get to fly their flag right next to the Targaryens, and no other family in the out of the Seven Kingdoms gets the
like they
word?
keep their titles basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody else becomes a lord or lady.
Correct, except for
Dorne,
yep.
who keeps the prince and princess. So Baelor, he's known as Baelor Breakspear, and he's in the books described as the heart of chivalry and the soul of wisdom. Like, he's a very nice guy. He talks to the common people. You could see how he's really nice with Dunk throughout this episode. He's a good guy. We also meet his brother Maekar, who is, so these two sons, there's a big rebellion. Rollins mentioned it last time. They get these monikers, Baelor Breakspear, and then Maekar is known as the Anvil, the hammer and the anvil, because in this rebellion, they do like a pincer move where Maekar pushes all of the forces like straight into this wall, which Baelor has set up. So they're really close. They're really strategic. They're really good fighters. They're really well known as like,
there are two brothers that get along. They're the oldest and the youngest brother set that seem to get along. I've seen that in a lot of families where the oldest brother and the youngest brother have a relationship, or sibling, not just brothers, but like siblings have that, where the middle ones are kind of left out in the cold sometimes. These two have a strong relationship.
Then we get to meet a couple of their sons. They do have a son. Oh, we're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's the middle child.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why Peter talks about Peters. Yeah.
Baelor?
Yeah.
Baelor? Who's middle?
Aerys and
Okay.
Rhaegal.
Oh, okay, so there's 4. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I think there's a couple sisters in there too, but
so Maekar and Baelor, are they the two oldest then?
No, Maekar's the youngest. Maekar's the youngest.
And then he's
Baelor's the oldest.
Baelor's the oldest.
Maekar's kind of a dick.
Yes, Maekar.
Yeah, he's the youngest, spoiled, kind of.
And why does he have blonde hair and the other guy doesn't?
Because like you never really like with the Targaryen. It's just like you don't know if the door.
It's called a Punnett Square, and sometimes you get the attributes from your mother. Sometimes you get the attributes from your father.
Does that even work in this series? Okay, apparently genetics.
This is okay. Like, actually, I think this is like really a callback to House of the Dragon too.
Okay.
Because,
Jace.
Rhaenyra's children are all brown.
They all have brown hair, but that was because he was strong.
Sure, but why is that Martell different than a strong?
Who knows? It just sounds like strong genes.
Yeah, sure.
Who knows?
Maekar is known to be very straightforward and cut to the point. He's not really known to be as an asshole. He kind of comes off as an asshole in this, but he's just more like
he's straight to the he's like, what are you doing here? Kind of.
I think we also should talk about like Baelor. They don't have dragons anymore. Like the purpose of the reason they got to take over 7 kingdoms is because they have dragons. At this point, they don't have dragons, so they actually have to play politics. They have to be political. And you can tell that Baelor is political. Like, he understands that he needs to be nice to these people and learn their names and understand where they come from. Maekar, I think, is more of like a traditional Targaryen that's like, whatever, I'm a Targaryen, fuck off. Like, I'm in charge. I am the house of the blood of the dragon. You're like, okay, but you don't have dragons right now, so what's your actual claim for ruling at this point? And Baelor understands like politics. And like the 7 kingdoms also were at war with each other before the Targaryen showed up. And
for like 13 years. It was
for thousands of years.
What do you which
like all of Westeros was fighting with each other for thousands of years. And then the Targaryens showed up and they're like, look, guys.
They unified them. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the Blackfire.
Yes, and then there's Blackfire. Anyway, so we meet a couple of their sons. We meet Maekar's oldest son, known as Aeron Brightflame.
Isn't he the second oldest?
He is the one that... No, he's the oldest son. He's full on the oldest son.
Okay.
Yeah. Full on oldest son. Skilled knight. He's an asshole. Like,
rolls in, doesn't give a shit. Like lets his horse go. Kind of talks down the Dunk.
Yeah, like, okay, are you too stupid to take care of the horses? Then go fetch me some water.
He goes, oh, well, knighthood has fallen on a sad day.
Yeah.
And it was I thought that, I was like, what an arrogant prick. He also had that weird, like, jaw thing going.
He was kind of a bad guy. He was like bad guy.
But not in the Damon way.
Well, not the Damon way and not as smoky as Kristen Cole, but like...
Yeah.
He
had a real Freddie Mercury vibe going on.
Yeah, I don't know, there's something about it. Like, if I saw him at a tavern, had a couple cups of ale.
Sure.
Just saw Pennytree walk out. Who knows?
And then we meet Valar, who is Baelor's oldest son. So so Maker's oldest son is Arion. Valar, who's on the horse, who also has brown hair, brownish. It's like I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's nighttime, but
right. He does the opening ceremonies.
Yeah, he's also in there. So we meet 4 new Targaryens at this point.
And we meet 2 members of the Kingsguard. So
yes, I'm so excited to talk about
the family. They roll in, they drop their horses, they talk a little shit. Mm-hmm. Dunk grabs the horse because he sees that guy get kicked in the face, and he actually has a way with animals.
Yeah, Dunk really loves horses.
Like I think he loves. I just think he loves any living. Yeah, I think he loves any living being. I think he's
a compassionate dude.
Yeah, and so he grabs the horse, he puts it away, and then you have Sir Lauren of Crackhall and Sir Donald of Dunkstale come in, and I love the line in there that it's not often that he has to look up so he can cast his eyes down.
Yeah.
And that was about Sir Roland of Crackhall, and he was just like, Jesus, you're as big as a horse. Like, do you ride the horse in the battle, or does it ride you? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, that's kind of funny.
But, what did you guys think of their armor? Like, I am obsessed with it.
It was cool. It was like tight fitting. It was good.
It's like the Kingsguard, I think this is also because they don't have dragons anymore. They have to be a little bit like flashier, like catch more attention. And this like armor, like the pure whiteness of it, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, the sigil of the faith on it, the crown with the 7-pointed star.
Yeah.
Around it.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's cool. And then Dunk is kind of talking to Donald. And Dunk's like, I'm not anybody. And Donald says, like, me either. I'm the son of a crabber. And Dunk, like, gets a lot of
confidence.
He's like, all right, if you can do it.
Yeah. What is it? He says something so confusing to him. Oh, he says, how did you get to be a knight? And he goes, the same way we became crabbers. And, like, I have not. Dunk looks so confused. I'm like, I don't get it at all. Just, if somebody gets it, let us know. Do you guys?
I don't really get it. I mean, because later we find out that, like, he was, like, a big crabber, I guess.
Yeah. So like, Egg later on. Yeah, we'll just tell it now. Yeah. Egg later on, because Dunk's like, well, Donald became a knight of the Kingsguard. And Egg is like, yeah, he owns half the crab
fleet.
So maybe he was like... I don't really get it.
They're rich as shit. This is the reason why. They have a lot of coin. That's how he bought his way in, basically. Yeah. And that line when Dunk was like, what? In which I thought it was really well delivered. Mm-hmm. But it also like kind of broke my heart because when I was reading the books almost 20 years ago, and I remember thinking back of Jon Snow, I was like, he's a bastard, all this stuff. And one of the things that pissed me off of the show series, like I was reading the books and I was a big fan of the books, and then the show got past the books and they show, well, they got a divorce and they were legitimized. It's like, no, that you took away from the story of Jon Snow, of saying that, well, he was always a legitimate king. I thought one of the beautiful things of it was like a forbidden love that Rhaegar
and Lyanna
ran off, and they had a kid, and out of that kid, he was born. And even though he might have been a bastard, you can rise above your station in life. Yeah. And even though he's a royal bastard, I'd always like, oh, he identified, oh, he's a bastard. That's great. Like, you can rise above your station. And then I was like, I was a little pissed when I saw that. I was like, the what? I was like, that's kind of how I felt when I read that. So that was a little tie of why I like the series and why I like the writings of. It's the same story, just told a little different. Mm-hmm. And that's the story of life. A lot of time.
Okay, so this is, the famous scene, right? This is the whole point. The next scene is Dunk slips into the castle, stumbles into the Targaryens' like personal area room that they're hanging out with Lord Ashford, and he just like is trying to lurk around, but he's a terrible spot because he's so big that they're like, "Hey, dude, we see you over there."
Well, did anybody?
Who's that?
Gwen. That's Lord Ashford's daughter.
The whole reason they're having this tournament is because she is turning 13, and it's like in her honor. And
it's like her quinceañera. Like
yeah.
she's coming a woman. She's going to be on.
She's like, they're missing, and then he doesn't really say anything. She's like, they're big and stupid.
Yeah,
they're missing. They're probably dead. You're big and stupid, and then she does that little weird flex to him, and he's like, "Huh." like that whole.
That second
like, they're like, "Huh." Like, yeah, he's like, "Huh." Like, he doesn't know what to do, and yeah, you're right. Literally, you're highlighted. You're big and stupid.
Yeah.
Which is a good tonal shift in this story. It's like, yeah, you could see somebody saying that too.
Yeah, particularly some like 13-year-old,
right? Like,
spoiled little eldest daughter.
They're probably dead. You're big and stupid.
Okay, so then, like, we overhear them. Maker's worried about his sons. Baylor saying like, you know, it's gonna be fine. Darren has done this before. Baylor says Darren Baylor's basically like, your son, we shouldn't have put Darren into this tourney at all. Like, this was so dumb. He's a drunk. He doesn't want to be here. And they said he would rather ride a whore than a horse.
It was like, he didn't say that. Well, Maker says that.
Yeah.
Maker's like, oh, what are you inferring? Kind of thing.
Yeah, and Maker's like, no, I'm going to make him do this. Like, Maker's like, he's got to.
He's going to be a man. I'm going to make him a man. And Baylor's like, listen, your kid has faults. We got to work with him.
Yeah.
Let's find what his strengths are. And Maker's like, nah, we're going to make a man out of him. I don't give a shit.
It's giving like real Tywin Lannister vibes.
Yeah, I would say that. That's a good way to describe it.
Like, you're my kid. This is our family. You are my legacy. We have to do this. And he's like, I don't want to. So they get called. Dunk comes in there. I just love all the eye contact Plumber is making with him.
The nonverbal communication was amazing in this scene.
Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Why are you here? Get out.
Yeah. And like, everyone is like, come on, dude. Just go away. But Baylor is really nice to him and is like, what you up to?
Because he also like kind of gets the diplomacy of this. Like,
yeah.
Like he understands this might be nothing to us, but this is everything to this guy. And if we do right by him, he's going to go tell the other folk like why he's in the list, why he's not. It's not because he was shot down by another nobleman, because he comes in and does the list of all the people that told him no, and he's the one that tells him yes, which then leads to his downfall. But he's the one that tells him what.
Like Baylor is, because like all the other lords had no idea who Pettytree was, and then Baylor
So I mean, Baylor did lose to him. Well, I mean, he ended up winning, but he lost like Dunk had heard that he broke 7 spears with it, so they would have jousted 7 times.
Yeah, which is the end of like that. I think it's 7 lances is the end of the thing where they call it a draw.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna take your word for that.
But my knowledge comes only from medieval times up in Maryland. So
Baylor's like, no, he did. He rode well. He struck me 4 times. And that's all. I mean.
And he dropped the line, the tails grow in telling.
Yeah.
He's gonna
he's like,
I get it. Like,
it was only 4. It's like, he had a good showing.
And when
we were at the Baratheon's grandson's party. I drew lots. He didn't just shame himself. What was the line he wrote?
Yeah, he
never wanted any attorney, but he never shamed himself.
Yeah. And he says, this is when then Dunk's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Everyone says I'm as thick as a castle wall and as slow as an oryx.
What is an oryx?
What is an oryx?
It's like a sort of bigger deer.
Okay.
It's not a stag, but it's not a deer. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a magical, mythical creature that is like a stag.
Perfect. I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
I was going to do the research and I didn't because I got caught up doing other stuff.
So. You know, I do.
That's why
erasers, but that's why I think.
Show them your notes. You just see how many notes she has. I've never written a note.
No, Peter's looking over my shoulder trying to read off my notes.
I was like, oh, that's what
I should turn this down so you can't.
You should get a privacy screen on this so you can only see it straight on.
Okay.
So he allows him to turn
anything
away.
else?
And I did like the lines like Maker's like, how in the fuck do you know who a hedge knight was 16 years ago?
Yeah.
But what makes sense, and we were discussing a little right before we started today, was for 13 years they were in civil war with the Blackfire, during the first Blackfire Rebellion. And during that rebellion, you're not having tourneys. You're at war. You're not celebrating things. So that might have been one of the last big parties that Baylor had been at and done 16 years ago. So that's why he remembers them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like your last big party in 2019.
Right. Exactly.
Like New Year's Eve 2020.
Yeah. Things changed. It was a great night, and then all of a sudden, what the hell?
So then Dunk also says, like, Dunk's so funny because he's so undiplomatic, but he's like, Sir Arlen always said you were the soul of chivalry. He tries to compliment him, and Plumber's like, shut the fuck up.
He's like, you got the yes. Stop talking.
Like, just
you
take
got the
win.
yes. Stop talking.
Go away.
That's good advice in life.
And Maker literally says, fuck off.
Yes, fuck off. Thank you. Fuck off. You've got what you wanted. When you get the yes, stop talking. Walk away.
Yeah, yeah. But on his way out, he says, "You're gonna need a new sigil."
Which is good.
He sees the chalice, the winged chalice on his back, and he's like, "Look, you gotta get a new sigil.
You're not allowed to fight under any tree.
He's not a son."
Yep.
Yeah, and then I mean, like I love that. This show is funny. Like he tries to walk the wrong way.
Watch those.
The only other thing he does mention, like when Baylor's asking him, is, "Do you know who the Gray Lion is?"
Oh yeah, he does. He does check his credentials, like and that was a Demon Lannister.
Who's currently the Lord of Casterly Rock.
Yep.
Okay, so then they go over to the puppet show. Actually, the thing I was gonna research is that we walk in on Tanzel Too Tall doing Florian the Fool, which is a favorite of Sansa's. So in a lot of the Sansa chapters, Sansa talks about Florian the Fool, because Florian is kind of he's not a knight. He pretends it, and he falls off a noble.
That's how she saves on the name day. She says he is a fool, and it's a tale of this story.
Yeah. I don't know. Some other time we can do a Florian the Fool. Lex loves Florian the Fool. So they're doing that retelling. They wait around, linger, talk to Tanzel at the end, and it's very sweet because he says, like, "What's your name?" And he says, "Duncan the Tall," and he laughs because he says, "Do you want me to make him move?"
No, cat staring at me.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's a cat. Like, it's not going anywhere.
All men are fools. All men are knights. Let's keep.
All men are fools. All men are knights. But he says, "I'm Duncan the Tall," and she laughs, and she's like, "Oh, people call me Tanzel Too Tall." And Egg, they like cut to Egg, and Egg's just like rolling his eyes, like, "Oh my god!"
And he's like, "Oh, you're just right," and she's like, "You're just right, like right for
like
one."
Wingmanning him the whole time. Egg was like wingmanning. Dunk. He's like, he's like keeping the conversation going. Like it was good.
I also thought it was really, like, it shows how smart Dunk is, because he's like, "How'd you do the fire tricks? Was it with pollen?"
Well, that was Egg.
That was Egg.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, Egg is so smart.
Right.
Like, Egg is so much smarter than Dunk, that's for sure. But, like, he already knows how fire tricks are done, which is interesting. So then Tanzel decides she's going to paint this new sigil. Also, Dunk can't figure out what the hell to put on this sigil.
But that was cute because it's the first scene. It's the last scene of the first episode.
Right.
Like, he wants that to be remembered. It's like to have good luck and everything. I like that because it's the elm tree.
He throws the shooting
star.
Yeah, Dunk throws the shooting star in there, which was like, oh, he is clever. He does. There's more going on than people give him credit for.
He's not dumb.
He's not dumb. He just thinks he's dumb.
Yeah.
He just thinks he's dumb.
Which is what they say next, because like Dunk is like, "Hey, did I do okay?"
Yeah, because they cut now to like the tug of war.
Yeah, they're you looking at my notes?
No, I remember. I just watched it, so it's actually fresh in my brain.
One of the things that I thought was interesting when we were watching this part, when they're going to see the puppet show, was how into it Egg was, though. Egg's sitting as a little kid in the front row, loving the puppet show. And then you have Dunk sitting in the back, loving the puppet show. And it just shows, like...
The puppet show.
Yeah. Well, boys can like puppets, and then they can like puppets. Yeah. And then, but outside of him, like, being infatuated with this girl, you can kind of see, like, they are so young. Like, there's right then, there's an innocence about both of them that I think that as we progress further into the episode, they start to lose. Yeah. So let's go to the tug of war and Lionel getting weird with it. And
yeah, I'm not sure what we were supposed to get out of the tug of war.
I don't know. It was fun. Well, the best part is the back and forth between Dunk and Egg. It's like Egg's like, everyone said it was too short.
What? Yeah. And I thought you were gonna give me like what would help you grow? Like,
but like Egg, it does like show like. I don't know. For me, like, I didn't catch it so much at first.
Egg's like looking for lessons in it, and Dunk's like
clearly smarter, looking for deeper things. And Dunk is just kind of like,
it's like, don't make fun of me. Yeah. Like, don't make fun of me. Like I'm dumb. I'm like, don't make fun of me about this. And he's like, I thought you were giving me advice. He's like, my problems are my own. All right. Like, I got enough shit going on, and I don't need you telling me that I'm dumb as well. I'm like, nobody's saying that at all. And that's what he's like inferring in that whole. That whole breakdown.
But I actually wanted to, like, the tug of war itself was kind of just like...
Yeah, I liked
it. I thought it was just like a little fun little, you know...
We get it. Lionel Baratheon's cheeky. He's doing the dance.
And Dunk is huge and can just be the anchor.
And he recognizes that and calls him out.
And then he's like...
I need a drink.
Without Lionel.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he's like... I liked it. It was fun.
Okay, then we get to, like, the sad part. So then Dunk goes to go get some armor. He talks to Steely Pate, the armorer.
And Steely Pate only sells his own wear.
Yeah. And I don't know what the joke is there.
There's no joke. That's what Steely Pate does. He sells his
merchant.
Well, I don't know. I was, like, trying to make some, like, inference of, like, is he related to, like, Gendry or, like, some armorers?
No, I just think Steely Pate sells his own wear. I think that's what it is.
He's just a guy that's proud of his product.
You know? He's not doing some winged pigs or some foreign fruit. He's going to give you a good product.
But it works.
And Dunk says to him, like,
I sell car parts for the American people because that's what I am.
Yeah. That's a little 90s reference.
I feel like that's a very South Dakota reference.
No, it's Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy, it's the greatest comedy.
Zelensky?
Okay.
Dan Aykroyd? Zelensky out of I sell car parts. Anyway.
We do. So
Steely Pate sells his own wares.
He gives him a deal. He says, like, I'll get you some. I need 800 silver pieces. And he's like, oh, shit. And then he says, I've got some old armor. And he's like, Steely Pate's like, no. And then he, like, looks up and sees how sad and like, honest Dunk is. And he's like, look, I'll give you a deal. Just, like, you got to come back tomorrow.
600.
It's going to be 600.
You got to give me your old stuff so I can use this deal.
Yeah.
And then figure it out. I'll give you a couple. You give me the cash. Give you a couple days. We'll put it on layaway.
Yep.
You come back for it.
And so then the only thing Dunk has to sell is good old Sweetfoot.
Which is his horse. Which is the one he rides.
It was his horse.
Okay. I think, because you see Sir Arlen riding.
On it at the beginning. I thought it was his too.
But he's not, but he would be his horse somewhat because, so Thunder is the war horse.
Right.
Thunder is the one that Dunk needs to ride
into battle.
Like, he needs the war horse.
It's steady. It's proven. It knows what it's doing in those scenarios. So.
And then the third horse is more of like a mule. Like, it's not really. It's an older horse, and it's just like not going to get as much money.
Right.
So he has to sell Sweetfoot, and like it's so sweet. And then he leaves him some extra money for the oats
and an apple. That was adorable.
Because he cares.
He's good with the horses.
He
cares. That part when he meets the two knights, he's good with the horses.
Yeah.
Down, shows he has a good heart.
And he's like, "I'll come back for you, girl." It's
right.
So cute.
I hope he comes back and buys them. I can't remember.
We know. We won't give it away.
I'm going to be just away. As everyone else.
We won't give it away. He calls her the best girl. Mm-hmm. She's the best girl. Oh, it's so sweet. Yeah. So he says it's going to be worth it because he's going to be a champion. Yeah. So he's talking to Egg right after that. And it's like, it's going to be worth it because I'm going to be a champion. And even if I can be a champion for an hour, maybe a great house will take me in like the Targaryens. And Egg says to him, do you suppose the Dragon House takes in many hedge knights? And it's just kind of like, you're not.
You should have given him a clout in the ear. If it was the old man, Dunk would have got a clout in the ear for that one.
I'm like, man, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like they don't bring in hedge knights for the Turks.
And I think he comes to the realization we talked about earlier. Like there's a romance at the beginning when he's telling the tale of his liege lord to all these other hireborns to try to vindicate why he should be brought into the list. And Dunk says, like, you keep retelling the dying of the person you care about most. That has to be taxing on you. It is, because he also knows, outside of the shininess of being a squire for a night, he knows what this man was. And I think he really kind of hits home that it's 60 years and he was never a champion.
Yeah.
Spends his whole life on the side of the road and he was never a champion. Mm-hmm. So the horn blows. Yeah. And the game is on.
We all think that it's real, so annoying that they do this joust at night.
I thought it was kind of cool. Because, Lionel's clearly been drinking all day.
Yeah.
And he's going to go joust. It's kind of...
It's like an opening ceremonies. Yeah, this is...
they've all been boozing all day. All right.
Time to kick this off.
Yeah. I stopped it at each of the things. I mean, first you see Tully.
Yeah, you saw Tully. You saw that.
Bite the head off a fish. Mm-hmm. But I stopped it for each of the things. So they would have 7-on-7. And I think the advancing 7 are Tully, Lannister, Baratheon, Tyrell, Targaryen, Florent, Hightower, and Dorne. So, every major house is represented there.
And this is one of the first big ones since the Blackfire Rebellion's over. So, you'd see the major houses show up at this thing.
Mm-hmm. And
there's princes about.
Got their little
banners, their pavilions, their matching fish's heads off.
I loved it. I wish it would go a little bit longer. It was that one. Who's the guy that gets knocked off and then picks up his shield again?
I think that's the Hightower.
That was pretty badass.
I think he's green.
I thought it was Lionel, but it was not. It's not him.
No, Lionel. No, because he's in yellow. I feel like we would, and he has the antlers. We would have recognized
because you see him right away, and I was like, maybe that's him. But I don't know. I thought that. I wish it would have been 5 minutes longer.
And Florent is such a weird. I think it's the red and white checkered one. It's a strange house. It's in the Stormlands. They're just, I don't know. It's a weird kind of mix, but also I'm fuck, I'm a nerd if I can recognize these sigils.
All the sigils.
Yeah, giant nerd.
But so the guy that bit the fish off.
That's a Tully.
That's a Tully? Oh,
that's
it doesn't make sense because it's a Tully. I thought it was the apple guy.
No.
We don't see, he's not, none of the Fossways are in this. But he also, I liked that when he bit it off, he said, for the old gods and the new, because the Riverlands, you remember, in the middle of the country. Yep. But they still have weirwood trees, so they do worship both the old gods and the new, which is where Catelyn Stark, Catelyn Tully,
the old gods are the weirwoods, and the new gods are the
7-pointed stars. Yeah.
On track. Here we go.
So one of the things that I thought was interesting, and it's said a couple times throughout the show, was pick your feet up.
Yeah.
So Dunk's yelling at Egg to pick your feet up, and I'm guessing we're going to see that. One of the things the show does really well that sets itself apart from anything else in this universe is they use flashbacks in it to kind of tell a story. And I think that you're getting the repetition of pick your feet up, because you're going to see Sir Arlen telling that to Dunk when he's a little kid, pick your feet up. You need to be aware. And he gets in front of Egg, and he's a little too far in front, and so he doubles back and grabs him and throws him and puts him on his shoulder.
Yep.
And they go in, and they're up against the wall, or up against the banister on the sides, and shit goes down. And I had a moment there where Egg was sitting on Dunk's shoulders, watching all this happen, and then there's chaos, and there's horses on the ground, and there's people falling all about. And you can see he goes, "Put me down."
Yeah.
Because he's watching the squires run into the thick of it
too.
with the lances.
You see Dunk's face fall when they
correct.
hit, and Dunk's now realizing like, fuck, I have to do this.
Like, we are getting exactly what both of us wanted, and I don't think either of them were really into that moment were prepared for it.
And then when they say get your squire, and I think Dunk goes down, or Egg goes down to watch. He
goes down to watch, and I think he realizes like, I'm being a little kid. I need to be like those men. Mm-hmm. And that's why he gets down and pushes up to the front to see exactly what they're doing, how they're doing it. Yep. Dunk's having a panic attack because he sees what he's going up against now and how he's going to have to do it. And it's kind of the realization of, you've wished for this moment your entire life. Now it's upon you. Are you going to rise to the occasion? Yeah. And I think that's kind of like the death of innocence for kind of both of them, was watching this, realizing that they're about to participate in it.
I was wondering too, like, do you think Dunk has a jousting sword?
I don't think he's.
No, you use a lance.
Because the poles
yes, they have lance.
Decorated by the lances are all decorated.
He'll be able to buy lances with.
Dunk can carry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he can.
So I believe he is trained in lance and sword.
Does that sound better?
Way better. He is trained in lance and sword.
Okay, so then they go back, and Egg is like swinging the sword around, and he's like,
"Black fire bastards!"
Yield, you black fire which is sort of a callback to what Ron started talking about, the Black Fire Rebellion. But and he's pumped all up, and Dunk is like, uh-oh.
You're right. Dunk is having an existential crisis. He's like, what am I going to do? If I lose, I'm cooked.
Those guys looked good.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
Not only that, and then he's like, I just sold my best girl.
Right. If I lose, I have to forfeit my horse. I have to forfeit the armor. Right.
Like, betting it all. All my chips are in the center of the table right now. I might die. I might lose everything. Also, maybe he's thinking, do you think he's thinking about Egg too? Like, this is dangerous. I think it is dangerous for the squires too.
Yeah, I think it's definitely dangerous for the squires. I don't think he's thinking about Egg at this point. I think he's just thinking about, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I think he's...
What chance do I have?
Right.
Yeah. What is this going to be? But then he kind of talks himself into it.
Yeah, he says, all these noble lords they forgot about Sir Arlen. I am his legacy, and on the morrow we will show them what his hand has wrought.
Right.
That was a good ending. And they took it.
I know. I just, like the legacy.
I also like the
Tywin callback too.
The reflection of like, do great knights live in the hedges? Like, I think this whole experience of trying to enter the list, trying to go to all these lords and validate why he's there, has taken a emotional toll on him, realizing like, is the juice worth the squeeze? It's like, he's going through all these motions to get to this point. He's now got everything he's wanted. He sees what he's about to enter, and then he's like, shit. Like, if I don't do this, I'm done. I'm cooked. And I think the last line is, I know Penny Tree was not the man that I told everyone was. And that on himself, he goes, I'm probably not the greatest warrior that's here, but he's like, I got to go for broke. You got to go for broke. And like, that's how it ends.
Do you guys think you've ever like had an experience in your life where you could put all your chips in the center like that?
All the time. Yeah.
All the time.
When I was young.
I've lost a lot.
I like my, I am not like, I am a very
cautious
risk-averse person.
Yeah. Like it's just not, I like talked to my therapist about this a few weeks ago. Just like, I don't take risks. And like, I have like a lot of secondhand anxiety for Dunk right now of just like, dude,
in college, I had a friend pull up to my house and said, "Get in the car. We're going to Lake of the Ozarks for the summer." And I got in the car and I quit my job and I lived in Lake of the Ozarks for a summer. Wild summer, but yeah, like you just kind of go for broke. And I was like, but it was a great adventure. And I still like tell stories and tales of all the ridiculousness that involved me the one summer I lived in Missouri, which was ridiculous. It's a really ridiculous place to live. But yeah, like I can see it's destiny though, right? For him, I think it's like destiny. It's like if this works out, then it's gonna work out.
But what else does he have?
Yeah,
he kind of already went through the first episode.
He can't lose.
He's like, I can sell everything and live for a couple of years,
right?
And then I'm done.
Right.
So he's like, I got
this isn't the way to a great life.
Yeah,
you gotta
do it.
You gotta take the risks.
Gotta take the risk,
and that's what he does. And I like this. I think this episode sets up a lot. We're gonna see a lot in the next 4. It's only 6 episodes long.
I love it because I think when we rewatch it, it's gonna be like watching a movie because they're kind of short.
Yeah, they're all so every episode this season is gonna be 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like annoying because we have to wait a week to see it, but I do kind of like it.
Yeah, like it was 6 episodes. It's like the length.
It's gonna be a great movie. This is gonna be a great.
Pretty well, like
it's almost
true to the story and like I don't know, it's gonna be good. And like I like this already more than I like
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, it's already like I don't know. You just kind of get it. I just like it.
Alexis agrees.
All right, what are your takeaways? I wrote some down. Do you have any other takeaways besides the giant Peter?
No, that's my biggest takeaway.
I think my takeaway is like
have a huge wiener.
This guy is like I think they're both Dunk in particular is like, what am I getting myself into? It's just like, I don't know. I mean, he's so lovable. Like the chemistry between them is so great. Like I would say like when we were talking about just generally doing this show, I've been hesitant about like, what are we going to talk about? I think that my biggest takeaway is like their chemistry is so sweet and is so fun to watch.
I mean, I thought you were going to give me advice. I got problems of my own. You're right. I thought. Oh
wait, was I supposed to give you advice?
No.
Oh, okay. From earlier. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, I don't have any advice for you.
No, I'm talking about Dunk and Egg, where Egg's like, you tell me everybody thought you were dumb, and then you don't say anything.
Yeah.
So on that note, here are my takeaways from this episode. All men are fools, all men are knights. Mm-hmm. Dunk has commonality with Tenzel Too Tall, because that's the word for good vibes, good vibrations. Tales grow in the telling.
Yeah.
Steely Pate sells his own wares.
Okay.
During the opening ceremonies, reality really kicks in for both Dunk and Egg.
Yeah.
And I think we discussed that, but it's we've got what we wanted. Now let's go do it. And at the end of the day, Lord Alfred fucks his sheep. That was also yelled out.
Yeah, that was
in the opening ceremony. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, stay tuned for next episode.
See you next week.
See you next week, lords and ladies. Thanks for coming.